So, of course, we brought back Joel Rubin to break down what's happening overseas. He is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Legislative Affairs in the Obama administration. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be with you, Marcel.
So, Joel, we want to go over the three top stories coming out of Ukraine and Russia right now. Let's begin with the big news surrounding the nuclear power plant. UN inspectors have finally arrived in Zaporizhzhia. How concerned should we be about this taking place and radiation being an actual possible outcome because of this ongoing shelling?
Yeah, this is an heroic effort by the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA. And these are inspectors who are going right into the heart of a war zone to protect us all. Remember, Zaporizhzhia, it's the single largest nuclear power plant in all of Europe. So if anything goes wrong, it could be catastrophic for the population, as well as, of course, for the energy supply and electricity for Ukraine and the neighbors. So the IAEA, by going there, they're making it clear to Russia, and in particular Russia, but also Ukraine, be careful here. Do not mess up this plant. And Russia has really taken an aggressive position, and in many ways used this to extort activities and to strike fear into the hearts of Europe, as well as Ukrainians. But it looks like the IAEA is doing the work it needs to be doing. We're lucky to have the UN supporting them, and we're lucky to have these kinds of professionals willing to go in harm's way on behalf of us all.
Yeah, no, incredible work that they're doing. How soon can they get out of there, or when will we hear from them?
So the leader of the group and of the IAEA, the Director General Grossi, he is there in person, the leader of this organization, which is quite remarkable. Plans to be there till Sunday, maybe even Monday. And remember, Ukraine is the country where there was Chernobyl and the single largest nuclear meltdown in world history. And so it's very important for him to be there to try to give confidence to the population, which is still scarred from that disaster, which left tens of thousands of people killed, maimed, harmed, their lives destroyed. So he should be there through the weekend and possibly beyond. And his inspectors will be on an ongoing basis, likely there as well.
Yeah, no, a lot is at stake right now. Let's move on to next on the list, a counteroffensive by Ukraine in the south. The area has been hit hard with a surge in fighting on the southern front line. Now, there is speculation this was planned for some time now. Could this turn the tide for this ongoing war that we've been seeing for months now?
It's a real test, Marcel. This is the moment that Ukraine has been preparing for, to take its cumulative knowledge that it's gained over 6 months, where it was not ragtag, but a very modestly professional military, to now becoming a highly professionalized military, fighting off the overwhelming size of Russia. And there's a parity there now amongst experts looking at the capacity of the two militaries. Of course, Russia has more people, but they're in Ukraine, which is a population of over 40 million people. So they are making serious efforts. This is a strong offensive. It was one that was prepped in many ways with the United States and with other Western countries, preparing wargaming. The weaponry that we've provided is now weaponry that the Ukrainians are trained on, very high quality, highly sophisticated weapons. And so they are taking it to the Russians and making a real push to try to reassert authority over their territory. But this is a test that we've all been looking to see and to see how Ukraine will perform.
Yeah, and see if the help that we've provided actually, comes to help them as well.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the other big topic coming out from overseas, Russia cutting more gas supplies. The move coming as inflation keeps breaking records over there as well. Many are fearing that this move might limit and exhaust winter energy supplies. So what does this mean for the capitals impacted by this?
Well, it's a negative test, to use that term again, where Moscow is now demonstrating what it always was feared in Europe, that Moscow would use its power of energy supply to extort European behavior and extort sort of concessions from Europe. So they're turning off the power now for an outage, as they say. But the Europeans now are facing inflation, potentially blackouts, cutoffs at a certain point in time heading into the winter. They can't go without heat there. So Russia is sending a signal, and Europe has been responding aggressively to try to move away from all dependence on Russian oil by the end of the year, seeking additional supplies from countries around the world. certainly from nearby ones in the Persian Gulf, or nearer at least than the U.S. But this is certainly Russia saying that we have some leverage here too, and it is causing political blowback inside the European countries, and that is a test for the governments to how can they withstand that kind of energy extortion that Russia is using. Vladimir Putin once again is demonstrating he doesn't really care about civilian life or the quality of life of human beings in these countries. He's willing to make them suffer by the millions to achieve his objectives.
All right. Always a good breakdown with you, Joel Rubin. Thank you so much for this perspective and your time here on our show. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Marcel.